Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the M36 Jackson. It's the Tier 6 American turreted tank destroyer. It's located on the south spawn of Pilsen, and this one's under the command of YouWho on 606. Well, not sure why he fired that round, but yeah, I suppose he's pleased to be in the battle. It's a 90mm main gun. It's capable of doing 240 alpha, 160mm pen, and it's got a fairly high shell velocity of 952 meters per second. It's also very accurate. I was playing one of these just myself earlier today. Well, didn't knock the door down. He's actually half and half on his ammo. Okay, now he can see the enemy tanks at the other end of the road. You can start putting holes in them as soon as they appear. They're just a short distance away, so he could adjust his aim point at the moment just to see exactly where they are. There's the Caro. Okay, aim for the corner. Lovely. We can see the Wolverine actually managed to get in there before, but he's actually a bit further back. He's behind that coal heap. And the Caro and the 40 TP just don't want to come around the corner. And that's Arty. Not firing at us, but okay, we have our target. He knows we're here now as well. He would have seen that shell zipping towards him. Now the Jackson, the M36 Jackson, they made 2,324 of them between November 1943 to September 1945, so it was quite late. And it was actually the attempt to actually get a 90mm gun into the game, and basically it's an M10 with a 90mm turret. So it's got all the characteristics of the M10 in terms of speed, armour and the like. The armour's not so strong, only 114mm of armour at the front, and well, the rest of it around the sides is just 25. But look at what he did to that M6. He just smashed around right through the side of him. Oh, now this is taking a bit of a risk, because that IS is somewhere in the distance. I'd say that hit. I'm pretty certain that hit, and he fired back, but he didn't get the shot through. But thank you very much, Elias, for confirming that, because we just saw the massive hole which went straight through the front of his stamp on his upper plate. And he's done it again! So that's 2 hits. I think it's very satisfying playing this tank, although it's slightly different to the Hellcat. Of course, I tried to play the Hellcat traditionally with just the 76mm gun, because of course the Hellcat actually didn't have the 90mm that most people make out that it did. It actually only had one Hellcat with a 90mm gun, and that was tested at Aberdeen Proving Grounds. So I may have told you many times, but the fact is it was actually very powerful. Thank you, Mr. Caro. And he's now one shot with just 5 hit points left. So Nick shell, and he gets it. Okay, who's next? Well, that 82 is right for plucking. And he does go down, but not to us. And we've got the side-by-side skill working at the moment. Oh, quickly undercover. Yep, okay, because that is the Wolverine, and he gets in one shot. So at this moment, he's got the side-by-side, and that just down there, you can see his coordination. He spotted an enemy vehicle, and of course you get a boost in skills the moment you spot. Of course, that's one of the reasons why it's not a good idea to have this coordination skill if you're in an Arty, because of course Arty barely spots the enemy. Yeah, we got caught out there. We were trying to get the gun on spot, and unfortunately went straight into the support. He's staying in sniper view. Ideally, you should actually come out with sniper view to give you a 3D perspective on the enemy. And all there's some event happening. We fired on the move on that M10, and it looks like our M6. Oh, he met a bitter end. Yeah, that didn't work out so well for him. But look at the Arty. Yeah, he did manage to splash us, but he takes him around in return, and he goes down in at the end to somebody else. Or was that the Cheetu that got splashed? Well, we got around into the T150. That means the enemy Arty was actually taken out, but whoa, the T150 goes down, and we got the kill. He fires another one into the Jagdpanther, and there's the M10. We can put a round into him. Lovely accuracy. That's one of the things I like about the M36. It's so precise, so accurate. It's a bit slow, only 40 kilometers an hour, but it is very accurate. If you get the gun on target, and gun handling is pretty good, then you usually get the damage. It's also got 10 degrees of gun depression, this tank. He's trying to outflank the enemy. At the moment, they're kind of stuck in the middle of the map, but they're round in the coal yards. So ideally, you want to come out behind them and try and catch them out. So they're trying to take out our guys. We know where the Jagdpanther is. We don't know the Achilles. But the high alpha on this gun does make a difference. Come around that corner, and who's he going to see first? Well, he hasn't been seen by the enemy yet. He might want to keep to the near bushes, because he's probably going to have to use that gun depression. In fact, not just yet. A bit closer, a bit closer. Oh, he's been spotted. Somebody saw him. In fact, now he's chasing the enemy. Takes out the Achilles with one round. Auto-aiming onto the... no, he's not even auto-aiming. Oh, just missed it. There's only 3 enemy left now. He's coming up behind the Jagdpanther, but there is a T20 and a Skoda, and the Skoda are actually closer to our bear camp than we are. Okay, just round the corner. Hello, he's waiting for us. And that looked to me like a 105mm. No, that one didn't hit. So he took a big hit. Okay, doesn't want to come around the corner now. I think he's trying to draw a song. And the Skoda's coming in. And look, here comes the railway. I don't often see that. Oh, Mr. Skoda, you're next. Yes, he got that one in. Okay, who's next? Auto aims on, gets it. Now he's staying out of tunnel vision now, out of the sniper mode, because he realises he can just get the rescue on target. Thank you very much, Mr. Jagdpanther. You just told us where you are. And he's actually now making a rush to come down the other end. Remember, he has to get his face towards us, whereas we just come over the top and wait for it, wait for it. Now, lovely. And that's the last kill of the game. As we see the railway, well, we can't see the railway from here. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for YouWho of 606 in the Jackson. He managed to get a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle, bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, in fact he got 7, and he got a top gun for getting at least 6 kills, with the Jagdpanther being actually his 7th kill, because it was the Skoda that was the 6th kill in the game, but we were more worried about what the Jagdpanther might do next. In fact, that guy missed a trick, because whilst we were going after the Skoda, he should have just come over the top and blasted us in the side, but he didn't. The win rate from that game, 5,730, which is another Super Unicum standard game. Let's have a look at team score. Well, you can see the highest damage in the game turned out to be the Jagdpanther. Funnily enough, that guy got the tank sniper and 2,211 hit points of damage, but he didn't get the high caliber, and neither did YouWho. YouWho got 2,177 hit points in 2nd place, and 3rd place goes to the Achilles on the enemy team, who managed to get a Pascucci's medal and 1,901 hit points of damage. When it came to kills, it was YouWho. He's one short of getting a Radley Waters in that game. 7 kills. Second highest was the Achilles with 5 kills. And then we got 2 kills for the Skoda T25 on the enemy team, who actually got a Lebeslaus medal. And also on the G2 SP and the AT8 on our own team. When it came to base XP, it's, YouWho again. So he's got the highest number of kills, highest base XP, and unfortunately came second on damage. 1,199 was the base XP. The next highest scorer being the 88 with 921, which means that YouWho is the only one to get over 1,000 base in the game. 825 went to the G2 SP. Let's have a look at the detail. 24 rounds fired, and he managed to get 16 direct hits and 14 penetrations. Now, you carry 47 rounds in this Arty. So, this tank destroyer, it is actually a self-propelled gun, but tank destroyer is it's part of the tank destroyer force, so therefore we would call it a TD. 2,177 hit points of damage, of which 1,005 were at more than 300 meters. So he did do some close range action on the enemy tanks. 3 hits received from the enemy. 2 of those were penetrations, 1 non-penetration, and 1 hit by way of splash damage from the enemy Arty. 110 hit points of damage blocked by armor. 10 enemy vehicles damaged, 7 killed, and 198 hit points of damage assistance. So he did come close to getting Radleys, because he did hit more tanks than he killed, but by 3. But it was other people who actually managed to get some of those kills. On a premium account, he actually made a loss on this game of 59,583 credits, but it was mainly down to the ammunition he was firing. Yes, a lot of premium ammo expended in this one, 93,165 in shells. So it kind of dwarfed the amount he actually earned for the game. 1,798 experience points as well. So another ace and another Top Gun for YouWho. Certainly getting the feel for the Jackson. As I said, I like this tank destroyer mainly because it's so accurate. You point, you shoot, it hits, and it's also got a decent speed as well. But the thing is, it feels very much like an M10, but it hits like, like a 90mm tank does. So it's just so effective. And I guess that's why the Americans built so many of them. It's almost, they had to use M10As, which they actually kept in America for reserve. They used the M10 hull and the M10A to make it, and stuck that 90mm AT gun M3 on it. And yeah, it was particularly effective. If you enjoyed this replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.